Charter 373. This is Commander Mills. My ship was hit by an undocumented asteroid.
Wait! Before we get into this prehistoric film that's out in the theaters right now, please do us a favor. Hit that subscribe button right down at the bottom. 65 stars Adam Driver and
Ariana Greenblatt.
Yes, you probably know her from the Avengers when she played tiny little Gamora. This film is about a space traveler who leaves his home. He's like a dude who works for a company who ships out cargo, cryogenically frozen people. And he hits into a asteroid and it crashes down on this planet. We find out that, oh my God, he crash landed on Earth 65 million years ago. He thinks he's the lone survivor, but he finds that little girl.
So the big twist of the film is that Adam Driver is not human. Like in the trailer, you're not really sure if maybe he went back in time. Like, is it a Planet of the Apes type situation? No, Adam Driver is an alien. And he's an alien that existed 65 million years ago. And he lands on a dinosaur-ridden Earth. He doesn't know it's Earth because he's never heard of Earth. He's never been over here before. This is an uncharted area, and he went through an uncharted asteroid field or something like that. That's why he crashed. The point of the story is to get to the top of this mountain. He's crashed at the bottom of the mountain. He's got to get to the top because one half of his ship went to the bottom. The other half went to the top. All the lifeboats are at the top. So he's got to get to the top of this mountain, and he's doing that with this little girl.
I would say that if they didn't let us know that this was Earth, and by the end of the film, that we'd be like, oh snap, they were on Earth 65 million years ago, that would have been like a Planet of the Apes type of reveal.
For me, I don't think that would have fixed it for me. My issue wasn't whether there was a twist or not. My issue was whether my 2 hours had been wasted or not. And so I felt like they were wasted. Whether you move the twist from the beginning to the end, you know, it didn't change. I was bored. You know, I needed more. I wish the movie, if we're gonna go to like fan edits or something, I wish the movie was more fun. I wish it was slockier. I wish it was sillier. I wish they made more fun of this. Like, you've got a fun premise, you've got a fun idea. Let's have some fun with it. But this movie being a deadly serious movie about Adam Driver fighting dinosaurs, it seems crazy to me.
I was comparing this, of course, to Jurassic Park because this 65 million years ago, dinosaurs roamed the Earth. And the main thing that we said about the problems with the newer Jurassic Park films, Jurassic World and all that, is that they took the fear out of it. Okay?
A big criticism I've always had about Jurassic Park is it started off as a horror franchise, a horror film, but then it's turned into like this adventure action thing, which for me does not work.
I was like, is this gonna have horror? Not really. Not really. The dinosaurs looked nice, I can say that. And Adam Driver is doing his best.
Yeah, this to me was a genuinely bad film. I was baffled the whole time. I was like, who the F made this? It's a bizarre, it's such a bizarre film. What makes it bizarre is the concept is interesting, right? Where an alien crash lands on Earth and there's dinosaurs around and the dinosaurs are the aliens in his point of view, you know? So like that's interesting. But I'm kind of expecting us to have fun with that premise. This movie has no fun. No fun is allowed in this film. This is a serious film. Like, everyone is so serious and so stoic. It's almost like it thinks it's like The Last of Us or something, where you get this like father figure
right out of my mind.
Yeah, it's like a father figure traveling with this vulnerable little girl, and they've got to get to a destination. The reason why it's bad is it's dinosaurs, man. I think we should at least have some fun, even in Jurassic Park, which was a horror film. We still had fun, right? People still had little funny one-liners. Oh, clever girl. You know, we still kind of play with the dinosaurs at least a little bit.
1, 2, 3.
This movie plays the dinosaurs crazy straight. Now, that would be okay, I suppose, if it was genuinely scary, but for the most part, the scares missed the mark. And I was baffled that a lot of the dinosaurs are baby dinosaurs. Like, they're running away from dinosaurs that are like this big.
We're not paleontologists or anything like that. There's been said velociraptors were actually the size of kind of chickens and stuff like that.
So what? I mean, this is a fictional movie. Put the big dinosaurs in. Like, I don't, why stick with the baby ones? Why stick with the small ones? Now, there are a couple big ones near the end, but if you want to scare me, like, chicken-sized dinosaurs ain't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna do it for your boy. But even all that would be okay if the movie wasn't like corny, but not corny like in a self-aware, schlocky, funny way. Corny as in like this movie kind of belongs like on like the USA Network or TNT or something like that. This does not. I was shocked this movie came to theater. It just does not feel like it's that kind of a caliber film. So when this movie does come to USA or TNT, it'll do gangbusters because that's the perfect place it's supposed to be. This is a vacuum film. You look at it and then you go do something else. You know, you don't sit down and stare at it. You just say, "Oh, that's a cool looking dinosaur," and then you go vacuum the floor.
Well, separating me in this film was what was separating the two main characters. They couldn't talk to each other.
Right. There's a language barrier. They both spoke different languages, and we can understand Adam Driver, even though he's technically an alien. But the audience can understand Adam Driver, but we could not understand the little girl, Ariana.
Yeah, and I was like, that is going on for a long time. When there's no dinosaurs on the screen, it tries to, do the Joel and Ellie thing. It tries to get you to laugh at certain things that aren't funny, like. He's like, "Oh, I got a little sticky hand. I'm gonna chase you,"
right.
or "Oh, I'm gonna." She's like, "I'm gonna put this in your hair."
That's where the corniness came in for me. But you're right. You can tell that's the movie trying to show the connection between these two characters is growing. But I didn't feel it.
I didn't feel it. I didn't buy it.
And the reason why this has worked so well in The Last of Us is because Joel has a personality, but so does Ellie. The little girl in this had no personality. She was just more or less just like useless. She had no personality. She brought nothing to the table, no humor. She couldn't really do anything except scream and get lost. And so I as the audience member didn't feel a connection to her. So I didn't buy Adam Driver's connection to her. Now the movie tries to sell you the connection because we learned that Adam Driver's daughter was sick and she died while he was gone. His whole reason for doing this was so he could earn money for her treatment, but she died while he was away. And so, I guess you're supposed to understand that like this is now his like surrogate daughter type of thing. Again, so much like The Last of Us. I wish I bought that relationship better. Ultimately, for me, all this added up to me being like toe-tappingly bored.
It's kind of hard to it be more schlocky when you have two main characters, one that cannot communicate with each other, and two, you don't have anything else that they're acting out. There's nothing there. There's nothing there but just green screen and two people.
Right. The girl at Lock at the Cabin is the exception. Most kid actors are not that great. Again, it's no fault on them. They're literally kids. They're still learning, right? And so you really are leaning on Adam Driver to push you through the film. And for me, it didn't work for me. This feels like a movie that was cooked too long. Like the movie, they overthought their premise of this alien coming to Earth during the dinosaur era. It was overthought and it relied too much on coincidence. While they were on Earth, the comet that kills a dinosaur is also coming. And not only is it coming, it's coming like physically directly at them, right? You know what I'm saying? Like the Earth is big. Like, so you're telling me they landed right in the spot that the asteroid was gonna land? So I had a hard time buying that too. I'm like, what are the odds of that? It felt ridiculous. I'm not like a scientist or something, but I'm also not stupid. Like he's like, oh, we're on this planet. Oh, the air happens to be breathable. Oh, there happen to be dinosaurs. Oh, there happens to be an asteroid. Oh, like it was too many coincidences for me to buy into.
Now, this is the first film that's directed by two of the writers that wrote on A Quiet Place. That was directed by John Krasinski, which we did like that film. These dudes, you would think they would transition into something like a good film. No. This is produced by Sam Raimi.
To your point, though, you can feel that it is the same writers from A Quiet Place because it does kind of have that same rhythm where I think things are supposed to be tense and the storyline is very, very simple. Like it's just get from point A to point B. That's a storyline. But I think this shows to me John Krasinski's skill as a director. I think he was able to bring a lot to that film where we're sorely missing that in 65. This movie, though, I will say, because like you said, and I totally agree with you here, it looks pretty good. The effects look pretty good. And the movie itself isn't shot poorly.
No, I was expecting to have that source of fear that we had with the first Jurassic Park. I didn't feel the fear. Like you said, I didn't feel the fun or anything like that, but I did see the premise. It's something that's behind. There's a good movie underneath this. It just needed to be fleshed out a lot more and branched out more. I'm gonna take it from what you say all the time, that this is the worst kind of movie, which is a fair movie. It's in the middle for me. I'm gonna go ahead and give this kind of a C-. I'm gonna give it a C-.
C-, fair. Yeah, I'm giving this one a D. I genuinely was confused that this came out, shocked that Adam Driver made this film. This was a made-for-TV USA film, but on the big screen. It was very deeply unfun. Like, no one in the film was having fun, and which is such a shame, because the idea, like you said, the concept is a good concept. We could do something with this. But this wasn't it. Perhaps I was thinking maybe sometime in the future, could this be some sort of a cult movie or something? But I think you need a hook. You need something to like make people want to come back. Humor or some sort of like great character dynamics between the two actors or something. This movie has none of that. So for me, this is a D movie. I thought this was no fun.
Do you recommend this film?
I do not recommend it. I say mop your floor, pay your taxes, do something else.
I don't recommend you see it in the theater. And I do understand, and I do kind of recommend TNT. This is a TNT film.
Yeah.
For sure. But just because of that, it doesn't take away my rating at all. It is visually pleasing. But more importantly, do you recommend this film? Please get in the comments and let us know what you thought of 65. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. We really do appreciate it. Our subscriber count has been going up and we really do appreciate it. Whether we're doing international films or we're doing just regular films, you guys have been supporting us. Please get down there and hit that subscribe button, all right? We really would appreciate it. Hey, if you did like our rating and review for this film, please hit that thumbs up. Or you can hit that thumbs down, whichever you choose. It is your opinion. Just remember one thing, it is mostly wrong. See you in another video.